Ladies and gentlemen and wrestling fans, welcome to Utah Valley University in the Lockhart Arena, where we have the Missouri Tigers joining us. Big 12 Wrestling, Utah Valley University. Big matchup tonight. My name is Sam Allen. I'm joined here with Chase and Tolbert.
Yeah, really looking forward to this matchup. The Tigers are currently ranked 18 in the country, been having a great season. We welcomed South Dakota State Jackrabbits last night, where we split matches with them, 5-5 with the number 10 ranked Jackrabbits. Came down to, one or two positions that went the wrong way for the Wolverines to not have an upset. So looking forward to tonight. Looking back at last season, dueling Mizzou there. Split matches, 5-5 last season with Mizzou. Same thing, came down to some, bonus point victories that led to the win for the Tigers. But this year they have a different lineup. We got Aiden Sinclair, one of their standouts wrestling here, and then also Cam Steed bumping up a weight, as well as Josh Edmond. So he'll be probably the hallmark match of tonight is number 12 ranked David Evans and Edmonds at 149, so something to keep an eye out there.
Mizzou coming in right after having a duel Thursday night against Arizona State down in Tempe. Happy to have him in. I mean, Mizzou's always had a good, storied wrestling program with at least a few standout wrestlers. Keegan O'Toole, who's also had some international success as well. Stud wrestlers coming out of Missouri's.
Yeah, O'Toole's sitting down there. He's on the coaching staff this season, but Jaden Cox, Ben Askren, there's some tough wrestlers that have come out of Mizzou. Speaking of international wrestling, Sam, last night we gave a shout-out to our RTC athletes that competed overseas in Nice, France, at the Henry Delgain. And actually, Ed Scott came away with a silver medal, and Terrell Bearclough with a bronze. And so these are the first medals that RTC athletes from Utah Valley have won overseas. So big deal for Wolverine fans having that representation in another country.
Well, tonight we expect firepower. I mean, last night, number 10 ranked South Dakota State Jackrabbits came into town. And like you said, Jason, the difference between that duel and the duel we had the week previous with Wyoming here in town, man, we came out, I felt like we were much, much more on top of just coming out ready to fire. Yeah,
a lot of comments have come our way from last week's duel against the Wyoming Cowboys compared to yesterday against the Jackrabbits. It's night and day, just seeing the difference in how ready the Wolverine squad was for their opponents. So looking better on their feet energy-wise, I think getting over all the sicknesses, and we're ready to wrestle tonight.
Well, whether you're joining us on Flow Wrestling or right on YouTube, we welcome you. There is going to be some great action tonight. We're going to get through the last little bit of the lineup announcement here.
Yeah, as these guys face off, another matchup that Utah fans are looking forward to is at 125. So we got Bridger Ricks, four-time state champ from Utah, and he's wrestling Mac Mauger. So he's cousins with Case Mauger, who's been on our lineup the last 5-6 years until he graduated last year. So Idaho guy, didn't come from far away. He's kind of back in more of the western states as home front. So should be a good matchup there. We're looking forward to it.
We're going to start at 125 pounds tonight. That's where we drew. It's interesting. Sometimes you don't know. I think when you start with the traditional light to heavy, I think it adds to some of the drama of the matchups. So captains are coming out in the middle here.
Yeah, there's a little strategy there, though, too, Sam. It's like some guys, like my experience was cutting a lot of weight and 1 hour weigh-ins. So we wanted me to go last. So we were trying to draw straws just to get a little more juice in me, a little more leg power before we had to actually compete. And so the last match of the duel is completely different than the first one. It's 90 minutes away from the first one. So their honorary captain tonight, as they flip the coin, is Adam Fager, the head coach at Layton High School here in Utah. It's just been an athlete factory, a lot of Division I commits coming out of there, including last year's All-American for Utah Valley, Terrell Bearclough.
Also noteworthy, tonight is what we call Alumni Night. We have, I mean, the crowd's packed here in the Lockhart Arena. Several alum come back to both enjoy the wrestling, but there's a little bit of a camaraderie, a little fraternity that we keep going here with Utah Valley Wrestling.
Utah Valley enjoying this stretch of home matches. January's been great with having the Cowboys and South Dakota, now Mizzou in town. Just came off our stretch of road wins and good competition out there. We wrestled Wisconsin, had some athletes place at the Southern Scuffle. It's kind of cemented the lineup here at Utah Valley University.
Now we've had the fortune of having 3 home duels in a row here in the last 2 weeks, back to back, last night and tonight. After this, Utah Valley, and we'll reference this again because, man, we love all the people to join us here in the Lockhart Arena, but also, man, to join us and watch on Flow Wrestling and YouTube. But after this, we go out of town. We go and take on Oklahoma State next Saturday. Followed up with a home duel. North Dakota State's going to join us here in Lockhart on February 6th. So a couple weeks, go out of town, then come back, and we'll be back home.
And we are underway at 125 pounds. Ranked 25 is Mac Mauger. And Bridger Riggs currently sitting at number 30 in the country. So close in the rankings. These guys have not faced off up to this point, but both coaches came in with a game plan for their athletes, and we'll see how it goes.
And we are underway here. Bridger kind of throws a pass by, a throw by here, ends up getting in a high underhook with a single leg sweep shot by Mauger.
Yeah, that knee's looking precarious.
Gosh darn, man.
To take
the flexibility of Rick's knee, golly.
Yeah, being stingy there, but at the risk of his LCL.
He's being tough here. Oh, and he gets tripped back. Gets his knees right up underneath him, though. You know, he had come away where Rick's kind of did a drag by, and then ended up where he had Mauger had a deep underhook, and took that underhook and just jacked it up, and then dropped down to that sweep single. Very well executed, good finish by Mauger as well. Rick's here with a good hand control, you know, trying to stay in bounds here. Looks like he's getting pushed out.
Right onto the hard floor, actually. It was a good return by Mauger there. That earned him a stall warning because he picked him up and walked him out to return him. It's kind of an intentional, like, exiting the mat.
Well, and you saw it. He was trying to push. Ricks was trying to stay in, and Mauger was like, nope. Get a fresh start. Let's try to push him out. And you can't do that. It is incumbent upon the top wrestler to return his opponent to the mat, keep action going in the middle. 2-on-1 kind of tilt here. Pulls him back, tries for a tilt. Ricks does a good job to get his hips underneath him, go to his stomach.
Mauger now with a little bit over a minute in riding time. And they'll go stale.
Mauger just very, very tough on top here. It's not common for Ricks to be held down like this. Nice spiral ride. He's real sticky on top here. See this, even Ricks trying to just wiggle his foot out from that Iowa ride here. Again, just look at this. You know, if you watch how Mauger rides here, he's just from heel all the way up to his chest. He's stuck on Ricks, making it super hard for Ricks to create any kind of separation. Another tilt attempt here.
Just as time expires. Yeah, Mauger does a good job, though. He's using his legs and his feet a lot, European style wrestling. You're right. He's using every aspect of his game to keep pressure on Ricks.
Well, Mauger with that takedown accumulates 2 minutes and 11 seconds of riding time. So we got to look for Ricks to put a hard ride on here or start working on his own offense.
Caution here as they get reset.
Ricks tries to kind of maybe trip down right at the last there, but Mauger does a good job of sliding out, getting to his feet, earns a 1-point escape. Okay, so the ball's in Bridger's court. I mean, you know, you got a stall call against Mauger there in the first period. So now he's got to keep that action on. Man, nice snatch single, picks it up, shelves it up on his thigh here. Bridger's still fighting tough, but he gives up that 3-point takedown.
And the leg comes in, not quite. Mauger's gonna look like he's gonna cut him and try to find a cradle on the way up.
Mauger twice now. He has a nice little single leg that he hits from the outside here. Right there. He pulls. Oh, nice reshot.
Mauger had still one of his hands tied up.
Mauger's no slouch when it comes to this hand fight game here. He's winning position by winning the hands fight. All right, Bridger's choice here in the third period. You think you go down, Chasen? He chooses down.
He's going to. I mean, riding time at over 2 minutes. I mean, Mauger might even go optional here.
Gets returned, but Bridger keeps his knees underneath him, and he springs back up. We're in a similar position here where I'm not sure. Yeah, get a fresh start here, right?
Mauger keeps his toe in, keep action going, riding time accruing, but you're right. He does a really good job of controlling. He's got good hand control on his feet. He's really sticky on top. Mauger, arguably the best wrestler to ever come out of Idaho. Only 5-time Fargo champion from Idaho. He was ranked 15th on the big board before he was recruited to Mizzou, and he had options at other schools. So this being his first season, you know, competing, and looking forward to a big future with the Tigers.
You know, we've seen Bridger wrestle other ranked opponents even last night. I mean, he had another ranked opponent that he had a tough, close match with. Mauger's no slouch, man. I mean, I'm real impressed with what we're seeing from him tonight. Ricks does enough to hurry and earn that escape with about a minute left here in the third period. He's got to turn it on if he's going to close this gap. Shot, and both guys exchange shots back and forth there. Nothing really comes of it. Margaret with a Russian tie here, and Ricks looked like he wanted to step inside and maybe inside trip off of that, but bails out right at the last second there. Another sweep out on the outside. Another sweep on the outside.
Mauger snatches that ankle with his left hand, just there on the edge of the mat. Rick's doing a good job keeping his hands separate, but that'll be it. Mauger, impressive, extremely impressive on his feet.
Yeah,
couple takedowns,
nice takedowns,
some turn attempts, and then sticky on top too, with almost 3 minutes of riding time.
Yeah, getting ridden like that, it makes it hard to get any offense going. So hard-fought victory there for Mauger. Comes away with a decision victory. Team score 3-0 from Mizzou.
And now for Utah Valley, a freshman from Hooper, Utah, the number 33 ranked wrestler in the country, Geronimo.
Up next, 133 pounds, Geronimo Rivera, representing the Wolverines, currently hitting the rankings about 33, wrestling Gage Walker from Mizzou, not yet ranked. Geronimo looking impressive this season. He's been really tough on his feet, gamey. He's got good angles and really good elevation changes. So upsetting actually number 10 earlier in the season, and Zan Fugit of Wisconsin.
Both guys young. Walker, a redshirt freshman, got another year on Geronimo. Geronimo straight out of high school. He's now competing on the team. Geronimo with a nice shot. Walker, though, jumps down to his leg, dives under, and rolls now. See, man, I'm telling you, the scramble going on last night's duel and tonight.
Yeah, Walker did a good job at Geronimo here in this front head position. Notice how he snaps him to the mat.
Up and down here.
He's creating a little bit of space, a little bit of distance before he makes his move, but they're going to call stale.
Watch this replay where a nice straight single comes on, and Walker attacks the leg, dives up, and now he actually rolls all the way under, gator rolls, and then ends up extending his life, not giving up that takedown. Good job by Walker.
No, Walker, no slouch either. Four-time state champ out of Oklahoma, and also won Fargo in freestyle and Greco, so seasoned athlete.
Geronimo kind of had that snap down, snapped his head, but then Walker ends up turning that into a shot of his own, kind of dives at his leg. Kind of straight on, keeping him honest.
Coach Hall says keep moving, wants Geronimo's feet to keep moving.
Both guys super low, hands on the mat, knee on the mat. Got to meet your opponent's level, right, Chasen?
Yeah, notice you don't want to be too low. Get hit with those low-level shots.
20 seconds left. Wolverines, let's make some noise!
About 15 seconds left in the first period, scoreless.
Walker staying low, down on a knee with a hand on the mat right here. I'll tell you, Geronimo's hands, super active. I'm not going to call it cheap, but super heavy. You know, just a lot of heavy hands on the head and face. Little blood timeout. It's interesting that, that aggressive nature, a lot of pulls on the head.
Yeah, Walker's got something bleeding on his nose, his face. Geronimo, as he goes back to the corner, looking cool as a cucumber. Listening to his coaches, Coach Hochstrasser and Adam Hall. Mizzou athletes were on the big screen. They're trying to find the camera angle.
So Geronimo chooses down in the second period. Walker lines up on top, and we're live. Right to his feet. This Mizzou guy's tight on this spiral ride.
Geronimo created some space, kind of gets stuck here.
Pulls his own gator roll with the hand, with that leg on, creating a bit of a scramble. This could turn potentially dangerous real quick.
They're gonna go stale. Kind of got stuck in this weird. They're still tied up.
Yeah, that's a position I wouldn't want to be in. He kind of comes on, and a lot of that weight from his hips are right on that bend or right on that joint of Walker's knee. So stalemate, I think, is a good call there. All right, we're up off the ground here.
Geronimo gets an angle.
Trying to step over.
Walker bails in on that leg. It's incumbent on him.
Look at this. He's trying for, looked like hook at the elbow and then run perhaps to a Granby, but look at the flexibility of Geronimo here.
Yep, it's almost in the splits here, but
stalemate.
Walker does a good job. He just, got in trouble, latched onto that leg, and put Geronimo in a sit where he wasn't able to score.
Tough riding on top. Again, if you're watching, from chest all the way down, something's being, pressurized, chest and it's connected. Makes it real hard. Geronimo gets that escape, earns that escape with 20 seconds
left, and, Walker does a good job. He gets 1:39 on the riding time clock. These Mizzou athletes so far have been really gamey on top.
At the end of the second period, the Maryland 1-0. Walker elects to go on bottom.
Geronimo tough here, keeping his hands tied up. Spiral ride. Walker tries to kind of like grab a hip and high hip over, or grab a leg and high hip over.
Geronimo's way too high. He's kind of getting off center there.
He's got him in a bad spot here.
Wants to stay behind that elbow. Notice how he posts with his left hand on that elbow.
Okay, and he ends up taking him, and now he's got him in near fall. Only one count, which I think, man, Coach Hall's grabbing the brick. I don't know if he'll throw it.
That was some really good chain there. Notice how Geronimo drops to the leg, kind of acts like he's going to let him to his feet, gets on the head, goes kind of cradle position. He's still tricky on top as Walker gets to his feet. I think they're going to review just really quick. Coaches are asking, but looks like they're not going to. Just to see how much riding or near fall that could have been. There might have been one more second. But
well, here's the deal. 52 seconds here in the period.
Yeah, Geronimo chipped away that riding time. It's no longer a factor.
He did. You ride out, you win here. Geronimo's done enough with, we'll call it chain wrestling on top. Again, he goes immediately attacks the head.
Score tied up. Riding time won't be a factor.
30 seconds. I've liked the offense that Geronimo's had, but man, both guys scramble. The scramble's been tough to actually secure a takedown. So takedown wins this match in the last 15 seconds here, or we go to sudden death. Post up, re-attack here. Walker trying to catch an angle and an angle and an ankle. But Geronimo stays head-to-head, face-to-face here.
Hey, we're out of regulation, Sammy. Looks like we're going to go into overtime. Both guys start on their feet. A takedown wins the match.
Again, those heavy hands, those active hands.
Yeah, Geronimo looking a lot more active on his feet. He moves, he's active with his hands. Whereas Walker kind of just posts up, staying in good position.
Now Walker with a front headlock of his own. I don't like sticking under there. Geronimo seemed comfortable to post and hold position. They call stalemate. Now we're back live again. Bump.
Hip there.
Uh-oh. We're in a throw position here. Geronimo, he rolls, nothing yet. Geronimo's got to get his hips up, and he calls a three-point takedown. Geronimo loses right there. And kind of had a shot and then ends up getting his elbow too high.
Walker
and his head down.
Tricky with that, got that angle, and I mean, that could have been really dangerous.
All right, we're up at 141 pounds. Utah Valley's stud wrestler, number 19 ranked, Hayden Drury, going up against Zeke Seltzer.
And now for Utah Valley, a redshirt senior from Toppenish, Washington.
Hayden Drury, a redshirt senior for UVU. His last year of eligibility. NCAA qualifier, 133, bumped up to 141. He's been, like you said, Sammy, he's wrestled really tough this season, earned a number 19 ranking, placed at the Southern Scuffle. Last year's duel against Mizzou, he wrestled Josh Edmond, who has bumped up a weight since, but that match came down to the wire.
Seltzer from Indianapolis, Indiana, redshirt junior. So he's one of the more seasoned guys on the team here. looks comfortable to go dig underhooks here. My bad. We just were notified. I apologize. Owen Ewells is our 141-pound wrestler. So if you're joining us, we have a correction. Owen Ewells is our wrestler at 149 pounds. Ewells hails from Fulton, Missouri. Also a redshirt junior. Last few times we've seen Hayden out on the mat, I feel like his matches have just stayed super close. He's kept the match. And some wrestlers prefer that. They'll keep a match close, and then they'll strike, early or late, but they'll keep the match close. That's kind of the style. But I've seen Drury come and create big gaps with activity and scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Hayden just fundamentally sound. He's always in a good stance, good position, and good in his ties. He pulls a really good Russian tie.
Nice sweep single here. He now switches out to a high C.
And sits him.
Kind of half sat, but also, man, we're still going. Ewells with this lock up in the crotch here, threw his hips off of Drury's shoulder, was hanging there. Drury, strength-wise, just held him, kept this position here. He's got his leg, trying to extend it out where he can, man, I don't know about, why would he call potentially dangerous? It wasn't like it was tweaked out.
No, maybe could have been, but
yeah,
a little premature.
Yeah, Drury was trying to extend it so he could step over and create, keep that hip locked in, but gets a potentially dangerous. Both wrestlers back up on our feet here. Well, we know he's got what it takes. He's got some offense, Jason.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit, Sammy, but hopping in, getting into on a leg is like kind of the easy part of the takedown process, We got guys with good leg attacks, but there's some really gamey scrambling that goes on afterwards.
And even the scramble that Ewells had, had his leg and then just kind of dove all the way off the side, captured a leg, or had that crotch lock. Scrambling's been different this year, or I should say the last few seasons. There's a new level to scrambling that everything is just fought tooth and nail here. Look at this inside trip attempt, and then flares his legs in a double leg and returns him to the mat. Drury does a good job to keep his knees up underneath him. And look at, he's literally faced 180 degrees away and comes with an inside trip again, kind of like he tried that first time. Drury back. Look how he's doing a good job of keeping his knees under him, and he keeps springing back to his feet.
Drags his toe all the way to the edge. Ewells, good job being kind of like backpack there, super sticky in that crab ride.
Okay, back up to our feet. Again, look, he turns 180 and trips inside. That's a new kind of finish we're seeing now 3 times. It's made it real hard for Drury to keep his hips down and away. Now you see he's keeping his legs together. He doesn't want to be inside tripped again. Look at this. Here it goes again.
Yeah, Drury doing a good job. Gets all the way to his feet, turns and face, but he's not getting enough space or distance before.
Yeah, tips down and away here. Now he does it. He earns that with 39 seconds left. Straight shot, but Drury had a straight shot, went to double, looked like he was going to power up through, but Ools just does just enough to, right on the edge of the mat. Time expires.
Photographer almost got kicked in the face. That'll be it for the second period. Going into third, Drury up 1-0, but riding time is a factor. Ools is going to choose bottom. Drury, historically, really tough on top.
Kind of throws a leg in here. He's tight.
Ools kind of let him, kind of open, said, go ahead, throw a boot in. And I think he wants to defend here and get into some sort of scramble. Drury is off to the side a little bit.
But he got a nice cross wrist here, flattened him out.
He's flat. Riding time not a factor anymore either.
Again, tight match here. Let's see what happens.
Drury, a lot of pressure there.
Well, but Ools also has his knees up underneath him. I don't see him trying to slide, trying to create any kind of separation.
A minute left in the match, and maybe Ools is kind of biding his time, waiting for last 30 seconds to.
But Hayden has had literally a cross wrist pretty much the entire round here, and that one cross wrist has kept Ools almost flat. He just gave up the cross wrist. Now he's coming again for a short.
Stalling on bottom.
All right, we got a power half here.
30 seconds.
Drury
going for the ride out to win the match.
24.
Ools with no answers.
It's just Drury just super tough here. Again, cross wrist. Maybe he feels this coming like a tilt. No, he got a tight waist here. There's some tilt opportunities here.
Drury kind of shrugged. I guess I'll take it.
Well,
wins 1-0.
Telling you, one escape at the end of a third period where riding time had been racked up. Hayden Drury comes away with a victory. And like we said, he keeps the matches close, but he does what he needs to do to come away with a victory. Guys, there's more Big 12 wrestling. Stick with us. We're going to go to a short break. Right back here from Orem, Utah.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
This is what it feels like to refinance your mortgage with UCCU.
That's because refinancing your mortgage with a lower rate creates more cash flow.
And that means extra cash for you every single month.
At UCCU, we make refinancing easy. You can do it all online.
UCCU also has mortgage experts in every branch
Like me.
who can help you in person or over the phone.
It's what we do.
Just visit uccu.com.
Starlight, Starbright, the first Carl's Jr. star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have a juicy, charbroiled famous star burger with lettuce, onions, tomato, tomato, melty cheese, special sauce, dill pickles, and mayonnaise. Tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Orem, Utah and the Lockhart Arena, where we have Big 12 wrestling action with the Mizzou Tigers in town wrestling Utah Valley University.
Hey, this matchup at 149 pounds, number 12, David Evans, wrestling number 18, Josh Edmond, who's up from 141 last season.
These are the best. These are the best matchups, Jason, where you got two guys right outside the top 10. Arguably, you'd think each one of these guys has potential to be All-American, being in that recognition come postseason. So these matches are super important.
Edmond actually a three-time NCAA qualifier. Evans, first season competing, as he's a transfer from Penn State.
Edmond, a redshirt senior, like you said, Jason, three-time qualifier. Knows what it means to wrestle at the highest levels.
Edmond really proficient in these low-level shots, good fakes, and shooting from space even.
A lot of like reaching. I feel like either both guys keeping distance, but you're gonna look for like a little bit of a time that post and hit some low level type shots. Shot from far away gets stuffed easily by David Evans. High C.
Evans with a good attempt there. Hit a knee.
Edmonds, active hands, pop, 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 pops up under, grabs this underhook. David's head's in a good position, right smack in the middle of his chest. You don't want to be on one side or the other where somebody's front headlocking you. So stalemate is called. We get a fresh start.
Both guys active there. Evans looking to turn Edmond and get to an angle of his own.
This is probably the second or third time I see Evans totally extended, like kind of lunge forward, both hands forward, kind of pushing. I feel like timed correctly, you could come up underneath those pushes.
You notice Edmond, though, changing levels, fakes.
Yeah, it makes it hard to time that. You never know where he's going to be at.
And he'll put both hands on the mat, drop to a knee even.
I've always felt like Mizzou wrestling, and I don't know if this comes back to Ben Askren being the godfather of funk, but man, everyone's a little unorthodox at Missouri. Like but it's not like I'm not clowning it or faulting it. It's just they wrestle different, you know, and it's not like I don't think it's anything necessarily taught directly from the coaching staff. Some of the guys they recruit just got different styles, you know.
Edmond with an escape, chose bottom. Evans with a angle here. Notice he controlling that elbow with his right hand.
Nice heavy hands by Edmond.
Halfway through the second period. Kind of a chess match on their feet.
I think both guys know. I think both guys know a re-attack is there, and so you're going to go for something that you feel real secure on.
Yeah, a lot of respect there. No one's really extended themselves.
Nice heavy snap. And to a shot, David Evans. Nice crisp.
Yep, he's
got
in
it
deep.
up elevated.
Looking for the trip.
Got to keep him. There he goes. 3-point takedown.
That'll be takedown. David Evans.
Short
right
time
at the end of
here.
the period. We talk about it, Sammy. Those end of period takedowns, points scored, there's just no rebuttal for. Evans will get choice going into the third period. We're going to watch this again. Gets in on the outside shot. Scoops up, looking for a trip on the backside.
I was happy to see that as he tried to go and gather those legs together and was unsuccessful the first time, he did a very good job of.
Edmond gonna optional start here.
Okay. He goes, let's just go to our feet. He's going to turn it on. What I was going to say is that scramble didn't ensue. Evans was able to twice try to gather those legs together, does a good job of doing it. Edmond immediately into where he was a lot of his previous on-feet wrestling kind of at a distance. Now he's much more forward. Here we go. You see him.
Edmond's more aggressive.
He's literally
now.
changed 180 degrees here. He's very, very cautious, very, very from at a distance. Now he's all in. Underhooks here. Evans underneath him.
Yep.
Got to wrestle smart here, right? Like, Evans doesn't have to force anything. He's got to hold good position. Edmond obviously feels good in this underhook kind of snap down position.
Edmond, the
And you see
aggressor.
this, he's just super. I mean,
Look at
for
him
this.
jack him up here. Evans scored himself a stall warning there.
Yeah, you probably knew that was happening, but, I mean, Edmond knows he's just digging and very, very aggressive. He's just digging.
Well, that's where he's dangerous. He gets low-level attacks, and then he can jack you up in those underhooks as well. So.
Yeah.
Mizzou coaching staff says, let's go. Minute left in the match.
Great defense is a strong offense, I'll tell you that. So, let's hope Evans both holds position here, moves forward. Again, another underhook and a throw attempt. Slipped it. All right, 4-4.
Yeah, quick escape by Evans. Mizzou looking for a stall, but I think their action was going.
Man,
33 seconds.
What do you do? You know this guy's clubbing. He's clubbing and going to an underhook.
You got to get to a shot.
You gotta
Get him on
shoot.
his legs.
You know
Don't
it's
let him
coming.
jack you up there.
Right, again, here it goes. You got to
Stay
clear
low.
those hands off and shoot through. I feel like with how aggressive Edmond is being, that's open for Evans to hit this.
Yep, and he does. He gets it on the leg where he could stay here potentially.
I don't think you want to stay here.
Drop to a level. Edmond doing a good job of looking like Evans is, backing out, but he's pushing him out. Notice he moves his feet here. That'll be it. Edmond gave it all he had in that last round. Not quite enough. Evans comes away with a 5-4 win.
Nice job by David Evans. The hold out. I mean, my hat's off. Great effort by Edmond. Not enough right there at the end, but he gave it his all.
Yeah, it looked like, Coach Hall and company had a really good game plan for Edmond on those low-level attacks and the wrestling from neutral there. But once Edmond came up high in those underhooks, got him some dangerous spots.
I mean, but how aggressive was that? You couldn't
He should
help
have
but
wrestled like
think-
that the whole time.
That's
maybe.
what I'm saying. He was so cautious in those first periods. You think if he felt that comfortable with that high underhook, jacking up, trying to either I don't know exactly what he's going to try out of that inside trip or what it was, but
he might have thrown him. I know Evans went for a head toss there, but at 157 pounds, we have Alex Emmer wrestling for UVU against Teague Travis, number 15 in the country from Mizzou. This is a switch up from last night. Alex Emmer did not compete. He has an opportunity tonight against a ranked opponent.
Head-to-head there, kind of bonked heads, but both guys still wrestling.
Emmer originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, came up, wrestled at Pleasant Grove High School.
Another head-to-head shot. Sorry to interrupt you. Came up from
New Mexico to compete in Utah his last season, and then signed with the Wolverines. He's been on the team, in and out of the starting lineup, but notice how he keeps his hips tight here.
Hips tight, wraps the chest, wraps the waist. Now he's down in the crotch.
Travis was just enough pressure to get that three-point takedown.
Yep, his legs were split there, so he crosses his legs back straight, goes to his stomach, got to get his knees up underneath him now. Emmer not able to get his knees up, get his hips up. That pressure from Travis just enough to keep him flat on his chest.
Travis, a redshirt senior, his last year of eligibility. He's actually from Columbia, so he stayed home to wrestle for the Tigers.
Oh, power half here.
Short time, that'll be it.
With a leg right on, man. Bad position to be in, but saved by the bell. Emmer extends himself. 3-0 going into the second period here. Travis's choice, he takes bottom.
Travis, really good escape there. Just kind of shifted the weight, did that push over with the pressure, and stood to his feet. Puts the score 4-0. Travis in another shot there, and Emmer looks to go chest wrap, looks to go whizzer, but he just methodically climbed that leg, got to a good spot. It looks like he's going to cut him here.
You know, you got a guy like this chasing Emmer, younger in his career, obviously developing, but he's going up against a stud, you know, redshirt senior, number 15th ranked. You know, in your mind, he's like, you know, you hang on, or do you just go up for broke, just shoot, or? It's anybody's match. I'll say if you're in the match, if you can put your foot on the line, anybody can win at any time, right? But Travis doing a very good job, takedown after takedown here.
Yeah, he's kind of eating him up on his feet, but Emmer looks to answer back.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Get a little spark of life where create some of your own offense. High C shot. Emmer sits. Emmer's scramble has like these elements of like, hey, that's very good, and then we end up getting in a kind of weird position here. Again, Travis reaches to the far hip, comes out behind. Now he's on a wrist right here with short time left.
Attention, UVU wrestling alumni. Please make your way to the UVU team tunnel for your alumni presentation. Thank you.
Final period. Travis is going to optional start him here. It's up 13-2 and has riding time. Looking for, oh, I thought he'd go for some sort of pinning combination off the whistle, off that stand-up. UVU coach is saying victory series. You got to put him on his back. There's really no other choice here.
Oh, kind of a single leg shot, but then ends up coming where Travis got both legs, almost like a double low level.
Yeah, he might have been surprised, how deep he got. Emmer going to that chest wrap again. Looks like he has a lock. But Travis, again, just climbs up those legs, gets to the lower back. And now he has a leg split.
Leg split, and he's going for a cradle here. Emmer's got to fight those hands. Right now, he's in a position where he's got his chest pointed to the mat. You got to start fighting those hands. I think he did a good job.
Yeah, he gets his hips down.
He breaks that cradle lock.
45 seconds left in the match. 16-4. Travis with the takedown would get technical superiority.
Single leg to the outside. Both legs are together here. Emmer doing his best to fight, but a 3-point takedown ensues, and that's a technical fall. So
bonus points on the board.
Teague Travis comes away with that bonus point victory. Tech fall is 5 points. That brings the team score up 11 for Mizzou, 6 UVU.
We're halfway through the match. We're going to take a quick break. Fans watching with Flow or YouTube, stay tuned.
Match can be difficult. Fortunately, Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem has exactly what you're looking for. With our large inventory of new and used vehicles, it's easy to find your perfect match at the dealership or online. We make car buying easy, and we're here for all your service and parts needs too. Come see our friendly staff today. We're conveniently located nearby on University Parkway. Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem, a proud sponsor of UVU basketball. We hear you.
UCCU Mobile Banking now comes with Learn and Earn, a fun way to learn about money. Learn and Earn breaks down financial topics into fun, bite-sized games like quizzes and trivia for your entire family. Every time someone in your family completes a game, they earn points towards gift cards from Apple, Amazon, Walmart, and a lot more. The more you play, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Visit uccu.com/learn to start learning and earning today.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
Knows that having a good credit history makes it easier to save money and get approved for the things in life you need, like credit cards, auto loans, home loans, and a lot more. But here's the problem. Building your credit history takes time. That's why UCCU created Credit Builder, an innovative loan program designed to help you build your credit history and raise your credit score. Visit UCCU.com to start building or rebuilding your credit today. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat. Cause that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
The NCAA, driving change to do more for today's student athletes. The NCAA programs deliver $4 billion in scholarships every year. Those D1 scholarships are now guaranteed. Health and well-being services are mandatory. Student athletes get tutoring as well as financial literacy coaching because almost everyone is going pro in something other than sports. The NCAA, driving change to do more for today's student athletes.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
This is what it feels like to refinance your mortgage with UCCU.
That's because refinancing your mortgage with a lower rate creates more cash flow.
And that means extra cash for you every single month.
At UCCU, we make refinancing easy. You can do it all online.
UCCU also has mortgage experts in every branch.
Like me.
Who can help you in person or over the phone.
It's what we do.
Just visit UCCU.com and start saving.
The right match can be difficult. Fortunately, Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem has exactly what you're looking for. With our large inventory of new and used vehicles, it's easy to find your perfect match at the dealership or online. We make car buying easy, and we're here for all your service and parts needs too. Come see our friendly staff today. We're conveniently located nearby on University Parkway. Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem, a proud sponsor of UVU basketball. We hear you.
UCCU Mobile Banking now comes with Learn and Earn, a fun way to learn about money. Learn and Earn breaks down financial topics into fun, bite-sized games like quizzes and trivia for your entire family. Every time someone in your family completes a game, they earn points towards gift cards from Apple, Amazon, Walmart, and a lot more. The more you play, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Visit uccu.com/learn to start learning and earning today.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we, Intermountain Health.
This is what it feels like to refinance your mortgage with UCCU.
That's because refinancing your mortgage with a lower rate creates more cash flow.
And that means extra cash for you every single month.
At UCCU, we make refinancing easy. You can do it all online.
UCCU also has mortgage experts in every branch.
Like me.
Who can help you in person or over the phone.
It's what we do.
Just visit UCCU.
Starlight, Starbright, the first Carl's Jr. star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have a juicy, charbroiled famous star burger with lettuce, onions, tomato, melty cheese, special sauce, dill pickles, and mayonnaise. Tonight.
I guess you're on until Sam comes.
That's okay. He'll be here. Fans, welcome back to Utah Valley University. Halfway through the duel, the Tigers lead 11-6. So we pour into the second half, starting at 165 pounds. We have Zion Trujillo wrestling for UVU. A true freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Zion really making strides this season. Starting off a little slow, but he's back. Came down to a nail biter yesterday against South Dakota State. He's going to be wrestling Conway from Missouri. Conway, quick, wasted no time getting in on those legs, scoring a 3-point takedown.
Conway looks huge, man.
Yeah, he's a stout, athletic build.
Yeah, he's super athletic build and firepower. I mean, you got a guy like that. You know there's some explosive nature there. Again, another nice shot. Gathers the legs together for a 3-point takedown.
Yeah, Trujillo, although aggressive and athletic himself, he's got that longer frame. He's good at getting in on that right-hand single, but Conway just with all the answers tonight on the feet. Looks like they're cleaning up some blood on Trujillo and giving Adam Hall and Timmy McCall a quick chance to chat. Gonna readjust here.
Weather the storm.
Yeah.
Weather the storm.
He can only take you down so many times before he gets tired.
Well, sometimes guys that, real muscular guys, they have that extremely explosive, nature, but all that muscle takes a lot of oxygen. So sometimes you weather, again, when I say weather the storm, sometimes you can do that. It's deceptive in wrestling, though, because you got guys that got gas tanks. Zion quick to his feet. Digging hands here. Big return up and down. Conway returns him to the mat. Flattens Trujillo out. turns his hips, gets a hip heist, and faces his opponent. So Zion earns a 1-point escape. Score is 2-6.
Conway, really tough. He's a junior, returning NCAA qualifier. So he's been to the big show. Took 7th at Big 12s last year, and Zion, a true freshman. Conway's super athletic and aggressive in those takedown positions.
Yeah, just a lot of pop, a lot of power.
Tons of pop. Yeah, he's getting him off the ground, getting his hips moving. He's really strong.
Conway had an Iowa ride there. Zion does a good job to turn his hips, get his feet out. Now he's trying to knee slide, come up, keep hand control right here on the edge of the mat. All right, he turns and faces and earns a 1-point escape. Little fake there. Gets Trujillo down on his knees. Back up on her feet here. Sweep single. Oh, and with a re-attack, which is pretty good. Nicely timed. Oh, but he gets bull rushed over. You got a bridge here. Zion's got to turn his hips to the mat. Keep fighting. Keep a bridge here. This is tight. And a fall victory there.
Yeah, Trujillo with that re-attack, got in on the legs, and Conway kind of gave him some elevation there and then threw him.
Jay Conway, redshirt junior, comes away with the pin victory.
Coming up at 174 pounds for UVU, redshirt freshman from Idaho, Hudson Rogers. Opportunity tonight for Hudson as he faces off against number 11 in the country, Cam Steed. Steed up from 165 pounds last season where he was an All-American, actually beating Terrell Barraclough, our athlete, that All-American as well. So really tough, hit a lot of positions, but Rogers has been a gamer. He's been athletic, he's been aggressive, and he's willing to wrestle whoever steps up there.
As we enter into these, we'll call it the second half of this duel, arguably entering into Mizzou's toughest part of their lineup. You got 11 ranked Cam Steed up next, number 2 ranked, number 16 ranked. Everybody's ranked as we kind of finish out this duel. So UVU's got to step up their game here in this last little bit to match and equalize the opportunity they have in front of them.
Steed in on that leg. Rogers still fighting here. Steed looking for heads.
Yeah,
cradle.
You saw him head hunting there for a cradle. I think Rogers does a smart thing to go, okay, takedown's okay, keep my knees underneath me, and let's start earning an escape and get back at this.
Fresh start for Rogers.
As you watch Steed again, he kind of, you saw him reaching over the top and through the legs for this cradle again. Look, You know, I feel like you see it coming, right?
Yeah, Steed looking for bonus points early in the match. Halfway through the first period, Steed just hitting riding time. And he's getting mean with that knee there.
Hard crossface here again. If I can get that crossface to an elbow, he's reaching all the way across. Going to look for him to plant his backhand, perhaps run that cradle around. Stall warning on Rogers. I think Rogers is like, all right, trying to just get my hand control here.
Yeah, Steed doing a really good job. He's got tons of pressure, and then that crossface. Personal favorite.
Big lift, big return. Rogers hit his hip, but he got his knees under him. Steed immediately comes up and pushes him down.
Yeah, and he did a good job as Roger posted on that hand. Steed snatched a wrist. Back to that crossface.
Steed is sharp here with the way he rides. Very, very connected and a lot of pressure down through his hips, but then everything up top with the hand fight and the crossface, just sharp, real on. Rogers digging in there, trying to, work his own underhook offense here.
Yeah, minute 35 in the second period. Steed up 4-0, but with almost 2.5 minutes of riding time.
Steed does a good job of timing. He timed that club and just dropped down and then ran through, got a double leg takedown here as we go out of bounds.
Yeah, he was prepared for that underhook in that club. He's going to optional start here. Steed just methodically in a good position, kind of keeps pushing forward. Looks like Rogers got an eye poke.
Try to blink it out here. It's never fun getting poked in the eye. And you just got hand fighting and you're clubbing and hands are coming in the face. Bam, you catch an eye. Underhook here attempt. Last time Steed felt that coming on and ducked under or blasted through the underhook attempt for a double leg takedown. Clubs, drops to a low level, comes around on top like hooked his chin, and what a weird tilt. Just kind of grabbed his chin and he's got his top leg figured forward over the top.
30 seconds, Steed, the aggressor, looking for a pinning combination. He's going to look for a takedown here to seal the deal.
Rogers shoots straight. Steed does a good job just to come behind, dives under Rogers, but ends up getting scrambled behind. And Steed comes away with a three-point takedown for a tech fall. That's that second tech, 2 tech falls and a
pin.
And a pin tonight. Those bonus points really put the match, in a position where it's hard to come back from that type of deficit.
Up next, after the break, we're going to have 184-pounders.
Stick with us. More live action. Big 12 Wrestling. Mizzou in town against Utah Valley University Wolverines.
Right match can be difficult. Fortunately, Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem has exactly what you're looking for. With our large inventory of new and used vehicles, it's easy to find your perfect match at the dealership or online. We make car buying easy, and we're here for all your service and parts needs too. Come see our friendly staff today. We're conveniently located nearby on University Parkway. Ken Garff Volkswagen Orem, a proud sponsor of UVU basketball. We hear you.
UCCU Mobile Banking now comes with Learn and Earn, a fun way to learn about money. Learn and Earn breaks down financial topics into fun, bite-sized games like quizzes and trivia for your entire family. Every time someone in your family completes a game, they earn points towards gift cards from Apple, Amazon, Walmart, and a lot more. The more you play, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Visit uccu.com/learn to start learning and earning today.
Refresh your senses with a wave of tropical lime flavor. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. In stores now.
We are back with Utah Valley University welcoming Mizzou Tigers. 3 matches left, Chasen. And this is arguably the toughest part of Mizzou's lineup. We got Utah Valley University's Caleb Uhlenhop going up against number 2 ranked Aiden Sinclair.
Sinclair, yeah, ranked 2 in the country. He only has 1 loss on the season to Ferrari of Iowa, who just also got beat going on an undefeated season to the Penn State athlete. So there's a lot of contention that 184 pounds this season is the toughest weight class in the country. Uhlenhop, unorthodox. He's got a longer build. Might pose some problems for Sinclair.
Sinclair obviously comfortable. He comes up into an underhook, really pulling it up or pushing it up, jacking it up. But now Uhlenhop with his own offense with a Russian tie, which Sinclair breaks out of and just gets a fresh start. We're both right here in the middle here. A little bit of a pull and a fake by Sinclair. Underhook again. Underhook now, snapping down to a front headlock. Nice takedown. Sinclair throws that underhook by, sweeps down to the near leg.
He's going to cut him here. 1-point escape, Uhlenhop.
All right. Little drag to a single leg. Kind of bulls over, head hunts here. This is not a good position for Uhlenhop. Uhlenhop's got to get his arm out from in between his body and get his chest down to the mat.
He's trying to snake it out there, but Sinclair's tight with his right shoulder.
Out of bounds here. Oh, almost.
Uhlenhop's keeping his own feet in bounds. Good job fighting off his back. Sinclair's going to cut him here on the edge.
All right, so we got a 2 3-point takedowns, a 4-point near fall. Scores 10-2 here with a minute left in the first period. Uhlenhop's not been without his own attempts at offense with his own Russian ties, own underhooks. Sinclair just coming away with Very, very crisp, nice finishes. And headhunted for that 4-point near fall. Oh, nice redirection there. Runs around, goes behind for a 3-point takedown.
Sinclair's just fundamentally super sound. He stays in good position. He's working his ankles, pressure the entire time.
Man,
slick.
Go by, slide by. Okay, Uhlenhop's got to do his own thing. Drag by, easy drag by to a go behind and a takedown for Sinclair. So with 3 minutes and 6 seconds, just 6 seconds into the second period, Sinclair comes away with a technical fall victory. Ladies and gentlemen, that when you watch just technically sound, great position, that's why you have the number 2 ranked wrestler in the country here. Uhlenhop tried his best to win position, hold position, but not enough against that stud wrestler Sinclair coming away the tech fall.
Yeah, that last takedown, just enough pressure, felt it coming and just shrugged him right by. We go into the final 2 matches of the night, 197 pounds. UVU's last ranked athlete in the lineup is Cale Benny. He'll be wrestling number 16, Evan Bates. Cale has had a good season. Last season, was a gamer. Coming out this year, he's got some good wins under his belt. Significant wins at the Southern Scuffle.
Last night was an interesting match. He gets caught. I think he got exposed on his back down low. I don't think he thought he was in fall position, but ends up kind of getting caught, getting pinned last night against a ranked opponent. Now we got 2 ranked opponents. This is always where you know that the match is going to be tough.
Bates, a 2-time NCAA qualifier. And Benny in on the shot.
Down low. Those hips are super heavy on his head. But he kind of sits in to another reshot. He's got to keep those legs together. Again, this scramble is always so strange. Cale, this is where last night he was in a funky kind of scramble. Here he's trying again to get his hips brought across. We're rolling here. Nothing yet. No takedown yet. He gets driven down and gives up a 3-point takedown. But again, both guys trying there, giving it all, going for broke. Benny up to his feet right here on the edge of the mat. All right, hand control. Benny earns a 1-point escape. Shot on the outside.
Again.
Yeah, nice job. Nice sweep single. He's got it, but he just paused long enough for Bates to square his hips up. Now he's in his own kind of defensive position with a crotch lock here. 3-point takedown is awarded.
Yeah, Bates just stayed in a good position and gobbled up those legs. Benny switched. He was in on a good outside shot, and then he kind of tried to switch. That'll be it for the first period. Bates up 6-1 with 2 takedowns.
Bates will start from the bottom position for the second period.
Mizu's choice. Bates will choose bottom going into the second.
Reset here in the middle. O'Kell jumps, tries to pull a cradle together. Bates comes up to his feet, but then Benny does a good job tripping him down, foot sweeping him down.
Benny this far putting a good ride on. He's got.
Throws a leg. All right. Okay, puts double legs in now. You can be tough here.
He's historically good
here. Here we go. This is a really good position. Got to keep on that power, right, Chasen?
Yeah, Benny historically really tough here, but he tends to get high.
Push right down here. Punch that wrist to the mat. Here we go. We got to flatten him out. His hips coming off again. He's got to keep his hips back down. Not there. Got to work on getting your hips back before he's trying to extend, but not enough. I don't know if he's got enough hip pressure.
Yeah, it got too high, and Bates gets the reversal here. .30 seconds in the second period. Coach Alt says right knee under, and then he gets back to his base. He's posted out here to his feet.
At the end of the second period, Bates leads 8-1. Benny will choose to start neutral.
Benny's choice. UVU goes neutral. Start the third period. Some good things though. Benny's been on, in on 2 shots.
Yeah, both shots were his. Both takedowns in the match came off of his initial first offense. Bates done enough to scramble and to re-attack.
Riding time currently not a factor. Bates up 8-1.
There's time to get stuff done. Oh, kind of drops down to a fake shot, but Bates times it well. Shoots in, gathers the legs together. Tries for a switch here, but gets pushed right down. 1 minute left here in the third. Bates controlling the wrist from the outside. Trying to switch again, but gets his hips out enough where he can actually stand up. He's trying to isolate those hips. Doesn't get his hips down and away enough, though, and Bates just keeps a lock, drops down to the legs, and trips him down.
30 seconds left in the match. Bates up 11-1 and just got over a minute riding time. Bates peeling out that left wrist of Benny as time expires. Mizzou coming away with another bonus point with that major decision.
I think that's the 5th match, if I'm not mistaken, 5th match in a row where you got a bonus points, and currently team score 31 for Mizzou, UVU 6. Okay. That was our ranked matchup. Didn't go our way. Nice victory for Evan Bates. But now we're up. Last match of the night. Number 25 ranked Jarrett Stoner going up against Utah Valley University's Jack Forbes.
Forbes, one of the more exciting athletes on the UVU lineup. Just every match he brings it. Last night, beating a gamey opponent in South Dakota State. He's just been really tough on his feet.
Stoner, redshirt sophomore from Rockwall, Texas. Shot right in. Oh, man, big explosion up. But Jack does a good job of getting his hips down. Stomped his feet down. Got himself up straight face-to-face. Now he's got his own drag to his single leg. And he drops him down for a takedown. Jack Forbes. Now he's tough on top. Got a spiral ride here.
Stoner currently ranked 25th in country. He's a Texas State champ and redshirted last season. Sam, I know we oftentimes talk about the disparity between, weights at heavyweight. Sometimes you have some really big heavyweights, and Jack walking around at, 240, 245, all muscle. Stoner kind of the same build.
Yeah, Stoner's a specimen. Strong. But right now, Jack's just got put in enough, man. He's riding tough here. Tries to kind of capture a over-the-top cradle, but nothing really there. Stoner does a good job to stand up, face him. Well, we know Forbes got that offense to get that single leg shot. See if he can get another 3-point takedown.
Stoner with an offense of his own, but Forbes heavy hips.
Yeah, second time in a row now. Jack I'm going to call it, he's in a bad spot, but does enough athletically to get his hips down and away where it's heavy enough that Stoner can't either lift or drive through it.
Yeah, Stoner has a lock there, but that's a lot. That's a lot of work there. You got to get an angle. 50 seconds.
Nice touch to go.
Forbes
drive through, double leg, 3-point takedown. Jack Forbes. Nice job. Stoner flat now on his stomach.
This is where Forbes did really well last night and put a ride on. He gets that cross wrist. He's got tons of pressure moving forward.
This will be the second, we'll just talk about the match here. On his hips, on his butt, not a good position.
Yes, Forbes goes to throw in a boot, and I don't know if that's characteristic of heavyweights or Forbes, but he threw in a leg and got reversed.
lot of action. Both guys. Reversals, takedowns, escapes. Got everything tonight. Red's choice here, or I should say Stoner's choice. He defers to Jack. 119 riding time. So, Jack's thinking, I got to fire up, get my weight off my hands. He goes to a switch, tries to face.
To his feet, though, and he's working on that hand control. Stoner hips in, returns him to the mat. Forbes looking again, though.
Just enough, right at 102 riding time. So Jack holds on to the riding time advantage and earns that 1 point escape. Stoner close enough, you could hear him actually reach for a fake shot, but slapped the leg. You think a full commit might have got put Jack in a real bad position. Kind of just steps in, closes the gap. Running, trying to get that takedown, but Forbes very, very tough on his defense here, his single leg defense. Trying to block out.
He's got a whizzer here.
Stoner coming across to that far leg. He's got to try to block that.
Stoner should try to pull him back in.
Stoner came up the body and tried to reach across to a cross leg, but Jack, look how big for a heavyweight. Look at the flexibility. Jack's just fighting hands here, either keeping a whizzer right on the edge of the mat. And Stoner chooses to abandon the attempt. That's an awesome job with Jack defending that takedown. That's the third time. Jack, I'm looking at it and go, dude, he's in trouble. But he does a good job to get his hips down and away or put a good fight on.
Yeah, Stoner really good at getting in on that leg attack, but Forbes just super gamey there. That'll be it for the second period. Going into the final 2 minutes of the night, Jack Forbes up 8-3. Mizzou will choose bottom. Forbes looking for a trip here.
Tries to drop down and gather those legs together. False start. Referee said that's his.
Stoner quick to build a base. He's to his feet.
He's got that hand. Jack does a good job. He's got to try to lift and return. All right, 1 point escape earned by Stoner. Jack tries to immediately shoot in, kind of straight on. Don't love it because Stoner's hips, big, strong hips, make it real difficult.
Stoner re-attacks there, gets the three. Currently 9-7 in favor of Forbes, but riding time a factor.
Nice shot by Stoner, puts Jack on his butt, but Jack, man, Jack's running behind and he gets that 3-point takedown with 51 seconds left in the third period. Jack doing just enough. He's all the way on his butt, and he ends up turning his hips and running his feet behind, and now he's tough on top. Stoner's head's down. Nice wrist ride here, right on the edge of the mat. I think Forbes is content to go, you know what? I'll keep putting the ride on here on the edge of the mat.
25 seconds left in the match.
This is 2 nights in the row. Jack Forbes has a ranked wrestler. Jack's not ranked, not yet. I believe after this weekend, he'll definitely be in some consideration.
Yeah, he probably has to be. Short time. They'll go back to the middle with Stoner on bottom.
7 seconds.
And that'll be it at heavyweight.
Jack Forbes, 2 nights in a row, 2 ranked opponents. He has Luke Rasmussen from South Dakota State University, number 19 ranked, Jason. And now tonight, back-to-back ranked wrestlers. He beats number 25, Jared Stoner. Huge turnout and performance by Jack Forbes.
Yeah, we talked a lot with the coaches and people that are close to the program, and Jack's been right on the verge of being there. And I think after tonight, I mean, like you said, Sammy, he's got to be in consideration. So all in all, Mizzou comes away with a 31-9 victory. Traded upsets. 33's Mizzou's unranked wrestler beat Geronimo Rivera. And just now at heavyweight, Jack Forbes pulled off an upset. I think it came down to a couple of those key positions, but also bonus points. Mizzou just tacking them on with major, tech, pin.
That will always be the you start giving up those bonus points, Chase, and that's going to be the big difference maker in a match. If you look at victories tonight, UVU coming away with four victories to 3 victories to Mizzou's 7. It's hard to win a match, unless you're not going to win a match. You got to the close matches you got to come away with, and certainly not give up those bonus points.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, if you've joined us on Flow Wrestling on YouTube, we appreciate your watching Big 12 Wrestling. That's 2 nights in a row. Utah Valley had great competition, ranked competition in town. UVU going on the road against Oklahoma, but then we'll be back in Lockhart Arena February 6th, taking on North Dakota State here at Lockhart Arena. Stick with us. Follow Utah Valley on social media. We appreciate your time tonight. Thanks so much.
We'll see you.